guys, this is a tutorial on how to make puff sleeves. This is a puff sleeve. It's slightly puffed at the top. You can make it as puffy as you want, it really doesn't matter. And then you've got it there, and then again at the bottom. What I will be showing you is how to do the puff at the top, and then there. If you wanted to make the sleeve shorter, I'd do the exact same thing. I'd probably change where the elastic went, it really depends on where you want it. You'd measure on your arm, say I want the puff there, so on your sleeve you'd measure it to there. But then all I do for a short sleeve is just about there, 2 centimetres down, just give it a little frill, so it'll be tight there and then it'll have a little frill that goes outwards. So that's the puff sleeve that we're making. What you will need is elastic, so that's elastic, just a nice little strip there, and then single fold bias tape. So it's got a little fold on each side. You probably can't see that, but yeah, there's a slight fold. And then your sleeve itself. This is the template that you will need. If I thought you might see it all. You need it to be a bell shape at the top, and this one's to make it so it goes really puffy out, like the one that you've just seen. So it goes down. You can make it any way you want. The only thing you need is this top bit. It needs to be like that. That's just so it can go on your shoulder and then go down, and that's what we need. So that's the first step. Got all your items cut out. This is cotton, and then it's on to running stitches. Running stitches. These are extremely simple stitches. Put your machine, if you've got a machine, if you've not, it's just hand sew it. You just do really long stitches. So I'm going to put my machine to stitch 4. Then I've done it in a bright colour. You don't have to do it in a bright colour. I only did this so you can see it. If I did white on white, you wouldn't be able to see it. So let's look at my machine. Okay, so you don't need it all the way from the bottom, just about a bit way up. And then you don't need to knot it, you just need to go. And let's get it on there. I'm doing it very roughly. Please mark out because yours, we want it perfect. What I would say, if I could think of what I'm saying, basically it's about 1 centimetre in and then a 0.5 centimetre in. You don't want it too far in because then if you had it too far in, you'd chop off half your sleeve. So we want it part way in. Okay, so this is a long stitch, not the first bit. It is simple. To make a puff sleeve, you do 2 just for extra strength, okay? And all you're doing is running it along. It's simple. Grab your piece of string, if I can find it, there it is. And then you just run it along like that. You do it to as amount as puffy as you want it. You can have them spread out, you could do whatever. Really is up to you. The fact that we've not knotted it will help out a lot. So it's just running it up, and that's why I can't run. And there you go. You have a shoulder puff. Don't know if you can see that. Puffy, yes. That is the top bit, and that is how simple it is. Just make sure that you do 2 running stitches because then it will keep its puffiness, you know. You don't want just one and then it splitting and going. You don't need to tie off the ends, you just need to leave it like that. And that is the top one. All done, dusted. So, next one. Right, so now we're on to the second puff. Right, I've just had a go on it because I didn't want you to see me threading it, it takes a while. Okay, so what we've got is the normal sleeve, yep. Then, wherever you want the puff to be, you then put the single fold bias tape. Okay, you can see there's some tape. It forms a casing, so it holds the elastic. That's all the single fold bias tape is doing. I don't know why it's called single fold, because it actually has 2 folds in mine. You just sew down each side as close as you can. Do it straight. This is my rough one, so yeah, it's a bit raggedy. Okay, the next bit is putting your elastic in. What I do is get the elastic And what I've done is, I don't know if you can see that, I've put it on a safety pin. That is so you can thread it through. Other than that, it will take you ages to do. So I've also sealed it off so it won't move there. And then on this side, because I didn't know how puffy I wanted it, I've got a fair bit of elastic. I've literally done the full length of elastic. Right, as you can see, it's slightly starting to like puff there. So what we do is we just do what we did before, move it down to the right amount of puffiness. So once you get it on, you can then see there's some puffing going on. There is. You can see on the mark on the outside. This is why you should do it in the colour that you want. Unless you wanted it to be quite jazzy, I suppose, a nice red line round there. Okay, and then on the end that we're pulling from, we then just seal it off. So it is a knotting stitch, which is 0 on your sewing machine. So it just runs over itself a couple of times. Let's do that. Okay. Then you can put it to 2 or 1. The only thing, if you put it on 1, it is really hard to, unpick it. Okay. That's it. Just done a few. Don't really need that much. Then you can chop off this end. Like that. Chuck that away because you don't need it. And there you have. You've got your 2 puffy sleeves. Okay. The reason we don't do a long stitch here is because this is where you've got to try and get it on and off your sleeve. So if you had it tight to your sleeve, to your arm, you wouldn't be able to get it on or off. Okay, the next bit is, if you want, you can leave it like that, all long and flowy, or you can cut it off up here. So it's up to you how you want to do it. If you were meant to do it that way, you'd see you'd have a nice little puff there. If you've hemmed it, if you bring it in, nice little puff there, puff on the top, and then it's just sewing in. It's that simple. Okay, yeah, so the end bit is to turn it right sides together. Take off your safety pin, you don't need that no more. Yeah, right sides together, and the reason it's like this shape is because you can see that's where your armhole is going to be. If you want the puffiness all the way around, then you do it all the way around, but most of the time it's just on the sleeve. The under bit doesn't need a puffy bit. So right sides together, tack, or if you just want to be a bit quick like me, just sew straight down. I'd always advise pinning and tacking, because then you get the nice edges and it's all even, whereas me, I'm just very quick at the minute. I want to show you guys how to do it. Let me get at least a bit okay. Okay. You get to see the boring bit of me sewing. Yes, exciting, I know. Okay, so we need to knot it. I'm setting mine to 3 because mine doesn't need to be tight. Try and keep your sides together, but the rest of the sleeve out. Come to the elastic, just need to lift the foot up a bit so then it can move out. Keep it taut. Keep sewing, 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 sewing. Just keep sewing, sewing, just keep sewing, and reach the end. Back to 0, knot it off. Pull to the side, chop away. Okay, and turn it to the right side. Oh, missed it. And all the seams are on the inside. Just cut away all the loose ones that you don't need. And there you have the puffy sleeve. If you want to do the bottom one, depending how you want to do it, with this one, it depends how long you've made the sleeve really. This one I made the sleeve slightly small, so what I've done is I've done an elastic. Same as your casing, elastic, shove it in. And then it was still too small, so I'm making a cuff on it, which is easy. If you want to see how to make a cuff, just tell me. But other than that, you now have a puffy sleeve. Let me just get that on for you. To attach it to your garment, you have to stick that up. To attach it to your garment, right sides together, sew it, and then you try and hide this puffy bit. You want the puffy bit to be inside so it just looks natural. But there you have it, a puffy sleeve. I hope that's helped you guys out. If not, drop me a line. If that doesn't help you out, there is patterns in sewing books. Oh, that reminds me guys, if you want to know stuff about sewing, I know we're not meant to advertise, but this is my Bible. This has got near enough everything you can think in. It tells you what stuff is, what to use, materials, how to pin, how to measure your body, shirts, sleeves, pockets, anything, it's got it in. Even how to make a kimono belt, which if you can see, which I don't think you can, that's that one. That's my kimono belt. That was using the instructions in here. Okay guys, that's all I can tell you now. So happy sewing, bye!